We're here in the fields again. He's the little boy, he's the little fella. He's waiting. And I want to talk about fixations. Because whenever we fixate, we suffer. And we all have a certain amount of fixations. We have favourite ones, don't we? It might be what somebody says to us, that sort of, we fixate on that. It might be something in the future, it might be very future oriented. It might be our own self and how we're not good enough. And when we fixate, it's the moment of suffering, of psychological suffering. Because what happens is awareness, or your natural expansiveness, collapses and contracts into the content of the fixation. Now, it's not the content isn't really the problem. It's the fact that or the awareness, attention contracts and collapses into the story. If we didn't fixate, if we didn't collapse and go into the story, it would just pass. It would just release. That's what would happen. And when you see that happening, it's like, oh, so it's no big deal then. See, we make these fixations make something into a big deal because we don't want to put them down. Do we, Banky? We don't, do we? No, you humans are silly. You do all this funny stuff with your head. I don't do it. Lovely. And yeah, so what to do? So we're not trying to get to the bottom of the fixation. Yeah. Work it out. Why we do this, why we feel like this, what is it about this that I need to know, I need to learn. It's not that. That's not what we're doing. It's something else. It's simpler. There's no working out of this. You don't need to work anything out. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. What we need to do is relax out of the fixation. Take the energy away from that story, that cluster of thoughts that feels so important. There he is. He thinks I'm going to throw the ball for him because I laughed. Bit of energy, see? Oh. Is it for me? Yeah, so what we do is what I call release and relax. We release the attention, release the thoughts, whichever way you want to look at it. Release. Take your attention away from them and then expand the attention just back into the body, back into the sounds, into the senses. Just that. That's it. And what I'm sharing with you here is one of the teachings, if you like, from one of the most profound spiritual traditions, which is Zen and Dzogchen. Dzogchen is a part of the Tibetan tradition. It's relaxing back into your true nature, back out of the fixations. Out of the fixations into your true nature. Just relax back into presence or being. And your being is effortless. Are you ever not being? Or are you ever not present? You may seemingly not be present, but it's only because you're fixated. So it's never the content of the fixations that are the problem, the content of the thoughts. It's our relationship. It's the way awareness or attention contracts and collapses into the story. So, and don't just listen to this and oh, that's interesting. Start to do it. It is a doing, but it's also a not doing. You release You could say that's the doing, but then you just relax, which is not a doing. You're already present. You're already in being. Come back. Use the body if you have to. The senses, the hearing the traffic or the sound of the wind or Banky panting. Hello, Banky. Yeah. You know, like a dog, you can say that a dog fixates on a, you know, when you're pulling and, yeah. But the moment it's ended, it's gone. Move on to something else. Okay, guys. Hope this is helpful. Release, relax, come back to being. Bye-bye.